and also
that sounds like so many Donald Trump
sounds like
rallies.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Either way, if
personally.
you really look at it, the camera's always going to be pointing in that direction,
Of course,
no
that's
matter
where the
which
action
side
is
it
at.
is. Yeah, exactly.
So okay,
that's
so
all
wouldn't the camera be pointing in the other direction when the other side does it? Because I haven't seen anything. I've seen nothing.
But are you sure
that
that's
instance.
because you're not in an echo chamber where you're only getting news that is
Have you seen it?
gated towards you? I've seen both sides. Yeah,
I'm talking about at the Berkeley
There
protest.
is some
have
on
you seen
both
the
sides,
video?
but there
I
is
haven't
a
seen it, but I
disparity.
believe
But
that
you
that
said the
happened.
camera would be facing in that direction if it's
Right.
action,
Yeah.
but it wasn't. So either it didn't happen, or no one filmed it. I don't know. I mean, if the camera is going
Even if it did happen,
follow the
like-
action,
Well, it's
why
like,
didn't it
it's
get
like
any
Trump
of that?
people don't have anything to be upset about right now.
Well, they have to be upset about getting assaulted, pepper sprayed.
Who's getting assaulted? Who's getting pepper
You
sprayed?
haven't seen
What?
the videos of people getting pepper sprayed? Like
Yeah, who's getting
There's a girl.
assaulted?
She's
That
wearing
female Trump
Make
supporter.
Bitcoin, make Bitcoin great again.
Not
Looks
even
like
this.
that. She's wearing the hat. She's talking to a guy doing an interview. They finish it up. She's about to walk away. Pepper sprayed. It might have been bear mace actually. A lot of it bear mace.
Yeah.
But either way, it sucks. Why? Because she's a woman, an easy target. You got a bunch of dudes wearing masks who want to start trouble. They're angry about something.
Do you know what they're angry about?
Milo talking at Berkeley.
No, that's not what they're angry
That's
about.
not what they're angry about.
That's not what they're angry about. I think there's a lot of anger about a bunch of things that
They
have.
said what they're angry about.
Yeah, they
Right, I asked you,
Very-
but you said these people were anonymous or whatever, and they're wearing
They're
masks.
wearing masks. Yeah.
Okay.
Yo,
But
you're
they
talking about the
completely-
anarchist assholes that are just like going around every
Oh, and they're Antifa are assholes.
every
I think-
protest.
And don't get me wrong,
and
there are
just- they're
peaceful
causing-
protesters. There are.
No, that's the thing. It's the same damn people that are going in every single protest and causing riots and causing violence.
Well, it's not the
It's hard
same
to
damn
tell.
people,
I mean,
because
they wear
the reality
masks
is
for a
that,
reason.
you know, you
If
have
you're
one in
gonna be wearing a
DC, and a
mask,
couple days later, you
it
have
signifies
one in
something.
all the
What
way on the West
protest
Coast.
you're
It's a
at,
completely different scenario.
and protesters are not gonna support that, and they haven't.
Well, it makes it very hard to distinguish who's Antifa, who's not Antifa, who's just some dude who wants to, have an excuse. to break
Either
some
way,
stuff.
you do agree that that is not
Well, yeah.
the way to protest.
Oh,
And,
no,
and,
I
and
mean,
any
absolutely.
protesters would agree 100% with that as well.
Any protest.
Any protester, yeah.
So what about the
any
people-
peaceful protester?
What about
who
the
wants
people
to,
who say I wouldn't punch Richard Spencer in the face, but I understand because he's a Nazi.
But they like the fact that
I
he
wouldn't
wasn't.
I wouldn't burn
That's
stuff,
also
but
wrong.
I understand their anger. That's excusing violence. Now there are probably more people who say, okay, I don't like Milo, I don't like Trump, but I wouldn't do that. But there are a lot of people on the left. Call them anarchists, call them whatever you want. Who either go to their protests or they comment on them after, and they say, I wouldn't do that, I wouldn't put myself in that situation, but I understand their anger. That isn't good enough.
But if
Don't
you
do
see
it.
the protests, are most of them rioting?
Right. You
Well,
can't call it.
You can't
Like
look
like
at just the
right.
riots.
Thank you.
There are a lot
Thank
of
you.
You can't just look at the riots
Right.
and say
Oh,
that
no.
that's what's
Right.
going on.
Right.
And
We
miss
don't,
the
we
entire
don't.
nation.
No, that's
an
actually
event,
literally what you're
and
saying.
hundreds
Well,
of
no,
people
because
got
I was
so-
actually trying to say, but he
Because-
kept getting
Right.
in my way, of course. Is that
Here's
the
one
women's
fact. Here's
march,
one fact.
if
Hold
I
on.
may.
No, I
Let-
completely agree.
Completely
Here's
peaceful.
one fact is that most riots that has happened in this country, I'm sorry, most protests that has happened in this country has had riots involved in it.
That's not true.
Most,
That is not
most
true.
Protests
That is not
do.
true. Most
But here's the
that
thing,
is not
you
true. Most
can't-
protests
you
don't
can't
have
just-
riots. That doesn't-
Most
protests go. I don't know where you're from.
Minor
I'm
or
from
major?
DC. There's protests in DC literally every day. Most of them don't have riots. The
No,
ones
that's
that do
fine,
make
yeah.
most protests that you hear about might have riots.
Well,
That's
exactly,
what makes the
exactly.
news. You guys
That's what
wouldn't know
makes the
anything
news.
about Berkeley or anything if it wasn't for the riot. If it wasn't
Yeah,
for the,
if it wasn't for the
you
fact
know what I
that they
mean?
shut down an
If-
event,
so-
guys
so-
that they didn't want to
so-
hear.
So that's what it's about.
The
And like,
people-
so
here's
the
the
thing is this, right? If 100,000 people protest and 5 people get in a fight, is that a peaceful
wasn't 5
protest or not? No, I'm just asking. I'm not talking about this. I'm just
I
asking.
know, and I
If
get
100,000
the
people
reason.
protest and
If
5 people
if
get in a
very
fight,
small
that's a
percentage,
peaceful
if a very
protest.
small percentage do dumb
Right.
shit, then yeah.
Right.
But what I'm saying is, in this situation, if you have grossly
Yeah,
someone
yeah,
every
yeah.
time,
you just like,
Yeah,
look
sure.
at it right now.
So you got two things. So first off, the downside is, of course, that when you have these protests, even if protests are low, give the people that you're protesting, especially in instance, say Milo, a lot more media. I actually was at the Milo DePaulo event, and I can say that because of that stuff, he became the talk of the town for that entire weekend,
Right.
a couple days after, and he would not have been a peaceful situation if people had not interrupted the event and forced cancellation.
So with you saying that, who had the most to gain?
yeah. But what he said is, it's not an effective form of
See,
protest.
and me, I don't think that's funny. You know what I'm saying? Like people, it doesn't bother me much, but people coming by and yelling obscenities. For y'all that didn't hear, he says, the guy drives by in a car, and he says he will divide us, and he says, effing,
Fucking faggots, yeah.
yeah. I wasn't gonna repeat that, but
We got the guy.
right. We got the guy here. But yeah, so. My thing is that's what we were talking about earlier. People, you know, they're so brave. They drive by, you know, 30 miles an
Yeah,
hour,
exactly,
and they
yeah.
can say that. But they're like, they would never ever say that to my face. And if they would, I would kindly go over to the officer and say, arrest this man for a
I was
hate
about
crime.
to say, if
Arrest
they
this
did that,
man.
I would walk over to that cop and tell him something.
That's not a hate crime.
No, it's just he's saying something. You know, it's
So calling
it's
somebody
completely rude.
so calling somebody the F word, FA word is not a hate crime.
No, it's not.
No,
It's
it's not.
definitively not a hate crime.
It's
It's a
freedom of
mean
speech.
thing to
Yeah,
do.
freedom of speech. It doesn't
Shitty,
make it.
don't do that.
not-
Isn't that hate
No.
speech?
Sure.
Calling
No.
someone a
That's
an
not
idiot
an
is a
crime.
crime.
Inciting
Yeah, it's not.
violence, then yes. But he wasn't.
The Supreme Court has ruled very
You know,
specifically
if
what is
violence
hate speech or
comes-
what is
yeah,
whatever.
otherwise-
There you go. Now you know. The more you know.
But here's where, you know, all that crap that Richard Spencer
Right
has
now.
said has been called into question as whether it's, you know, is he inciting violence or not?
Well, it doesn't matter. The reality is that you should, in this country, be able to say whatever the hell you want and not be assaulted. That is the reality of the situation. Now, that doesn't mean
Yeah,
that
but
people
you can-
can't hate what you say. People can definitely hate what you say, but you can disagree with it. And the point is that we have an open marketplace of ideas. You go out, you say why they're wrong, and then they can say it all they want. They're not going to get attention.
As long
they're
as
not
you're
going to
inciting
benefit.
violence, then yeah, it's freedom of speech. Nobody can say anything. They can disagree with you, but that's America.
Like-
you know, that's the First Amendment.
I like where you're
There
going,
are
though.
limits, of course. If
I
I
like-
were to seriously say I'm going to fucking kill you, which my buddy here, then yeah,
Yeah.
I'm gonna be in trouble because, you know, at that point I'm threatening murder.
And there's
But-
a reasonable expectation that could, you know, turn
There's no
into actual
expectation.
violence.
There obviously is a logic to that. But,
It's very,
you know,
they're very specific on what is, you know.
Yeah, exactly.
And
words don't actually hurt you.
well, I mean, if I were to say that, you know, if we were to expand that generalization of, you know, what is considered inciting violence, I would argue that maybe calling someone a Nazi is considered is inciting violence, because
Yeah.
Nazis obviously are, you know, no. But hear me, you haven't heard my point. So a Nazi, right, someone who wants to gas Jews, it's reasonable to want to commit violence against actual Nazis. Like, I'm not going to do the arm thing, but you know,
Okay, go for it. Yeah.
so if you call someone that, then
Feel
you
free
put
to
them in
go
that
up to the
situation.
camera, but say you want to
Say
divide
hi.
us. Yeah.
Yeah.
All your fans.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he will not divide us. Welcome. He will not divide us.
What did I say?
He will not divide us.
He will not divide us. Yeah, I thought you said something else, but
Yeah, he will not divide us. He will not divide us. He will not divide us.
Sorry,
We have, what was your name?
So,
Julia.
Nazi thing, right?
Hi, Julia. Hey, Brett.
So-
Nice to meet you.
nice to meet you
If I
too.
were to-
I think I saw you on the.
Oh, really?
Yeah, when I was coming, I was like, what's going on?
Yeah. Just got here, you know, a little while ago. It's been good having a conversation with these guys and, you know,
If I call someone
just
a Nazi,
talking.
and it's accepted.
This is your first time here? You've been a couple times.
First time. I'm actually not American.
If you sounded American until you said not.
No, I'm Canadian, but I live in the UK.
Wow.
So,
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
so.
You're the third Canadian I've met today, actually.
Oh, really?
Here.
Oh, here.
Yes.
See, Canada.
Yeah.
Canada's behind this.
Oh, Canada. Yeah, shout out to
Yeah.
Drake. Yeah, that's what's up.
Six.
Exactly. How, so you stay here now?
I'm just waiting for my flight, so I flew in from Toronto last night, and then I fly back to London tonight, so
Wow.
decided to make a little pilgrimage.
Oh, so you came for this?
Yeah. What?
I just want to say this. I called this. I told you. I said like maybe like Julia, right?
Yeah.
I said this on paper, by the way.
Okay.
I said about 45 minutes ago. Maybe sooner than that. I said there's gonna be people that come here today just for this from all over the world.
Yeah.
I didn't even know you. I
Yeah.
said that right here. I said there's gonna be people that come because I've met people already that have come from, you know, Florida, that have come from the UK, that have come from, you know, all over. And
Yeah.
now she just came from Canada. She's about to go back to the UK where some of y'all are. And
Yeah.
she came here for this. He
I
will not
came here
divide
just to
us.
say he will not divide us.
He will not divide us. Do y'all hear that? That's powerful. Wow, we're coming together. Yo, people are gonna ask what's your info. Yo, shout out to Julia. Yeah.
No, he was like, something actually good.